I ain't never been in no interrogation room. They said, hey, man, you tell on them, man, you come home right now. I like, man, I'm gonna go back upstairs. We finna playing cards, and then I see y'all when it's time me to go to trial. That's how I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on everybody else.
What's poppin', YouTube? It's Shift Guy. Don't forget that 2 and 11. You know my motto. I'm here for a check. I ain't here for no wreck, no play. I'm here to get paid. With that being said, let's get to the business.
I got a bag today. 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 Could we have some music, please?
Another Atlanta artist that I've yet to speak about, but want to hear your discussion points about Gunna. We hear his side versus his side, and whoever his is, you already know what his is. You know what I'm saying? He's been extremely quiet, knowing what it has been said to be.
Nah, for sure.
How do you think about the thing?
That's their problem. They got to go through and deal with. I do feel like he should speak about it. You feel me? I feel like people want to know his side. You feel me? I even feel like Thug want to know how he feels and know his side. You know what I'm saying? He got to speak about it. Shit, he say he got tricked or whatever. I don't actually look at it like he just told on a nigga, but you kind of like threw a nigga under the bus.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, I don't feel like he told on him, but definitely low-key dry snitching stuff you was saying. But it ain't snitching, you know what I mean? But
feel me? And it's your man, so you owe a nigga an explanation. That's how I feel.
So, okay, owing an explanation.
Cause a nigga love you. Y'all love each other.
That.
Y'all ain't just got down.
We done been through some stuff.
Yeah, so now you ain't gonna say nothing to me. You don't tell me nothing, my boy.
Yeah.
Like,
and I understand.
Hurt me, like, you feel me? Like,
yeah.
You ain't gonna say nothing to me. You ain't gonna tell me how you feel. We gonna keep rapping about each other and shit. Nah, man. Even if you don't get on the interview and talk about it, hit a nigga phone, but we gotta talk about this shit. I need to know something. You feel me? Cause what if I would've went to jail for the rest of my life and I would've never got to see my kid off of that? How would you feel? You know what I'm saying? I don't know, that's how I feel.
Nigga, you
But it ain't my place.
I is us. You feel me? Because it's so much that, bro, Atlanta is the pulse for so many things. Just like another city, another city, another city. But when you think about, like Jay-Z had this reference, and if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. But bro, if you pop in Atlanta, it pops everywhere.
Yeah.
And when you have a civil war, so to speak, and when you hear the label of cooperation being a rat, do you identify Gunna as a rat?
The world can answer that question. I ain't gonna get into that. I ain't got nothing against him. I don't know him. Shit. I don't know. You feel like he a rat?
This ain't about me, bitch.
this ain't about me.
This ain't about me. But just, okay. Remove the name. Take me through the difference between being a rat and cooperating. Is that a difference?
Cooperating is being a rat.
Okay. I ain't never been incarcerated beyond my little jail time where allegedly. So allegedly. Allegedly. Heavy on the ledge. You know what I'm saying? But educate me to that. When you see your situation, when you see Boosie's situation, when you see T.I.'s situation, Thug situation, Rollo situation.
I can only speak on me.
Correct.
I ain't never been in no interrogation room. They said, hey, man, you tell on them, man, you come home right now. I like, man, I'm going to go back upstairs. We finna playing cards. And then I see y'all when it's time me to go to trial.
That's how it's supposed to be. But it ain't like that no more. Unfortunately.
That's how I did my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak on everybody else.
Don't speak on nobody.
I ain't going to no interrogation room. And I ain't gonna
Explain. This not a trick question, bro.
No.
And I'm not trying to belabor.
I'm just, you feel me?
Yeah, I think what I'm trying to identify is when you hear the word rat, explain.
If I bring you in the interrogation room, man, you talking, I say, hey, did he do this? How you gonna answer that?
Me? I ain't never been in that situation.
Nah, I know that, but yeah. So
Don't get me to get
but look though, but if I say, hey, you was riding with him, and the world saying, like, people in the street, they saying he did it. Like, did he do it? What you gonna say? You see, you quiet. Is it gonna be this reaction? If it's this reaction,
Where my light at?
yeah, you get what I'm saying? All right, that's how it's supposed to go.
When I had a mean hand of spades up there, I was about to bid an 8 ball on
Yeah,
y'all.
you feel me? Yeah, let me go on back where I was, yeah.
Now, can you explain cooperation? Is that the same thing?
Yeah, because when you cooperate, you cooperating against somebody. So somebody is gonna get in trouble off of your cooperation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Cooperating ain't always ratting though. It's definitely not always right. My take on it is like, all right, so look, people don't know this. When you take a plea deal, it don't matter if you by yourself, you cooperate. You cooperate with the DA, with the prosecutor, the judge to, okay, y'all got me with a gun, drugs, blase, blase. Okay, they come to you like, yo, you take the gun charge, we'll wipe away all the other stuff. But you got to plead guilty to having the gun. If you say, okay, yeah, I take that plea, well, that's cooperate. You cooperated. Now, it ain't the same as if what they trying to, like I said, it's ratting once you start pointing fingers at people. Like I said, that's cooperating and ratting. But you also can cooperate and not rat. You feel what I'm saying? The only way you wouldn't cooperate is if you do a no contest. And a no contest is where you can plead guilty to something, but you also say, I ain't guilty of it. I ain't do it. I'm just gonna plead guilty because you're gonna give me a little time if I plead guilty, but I ain't do it. That's not cooperating. It is, but it's not because you're not pleading guilty to something. So you're not cooperating. You just taking the guilty charge to get some time cut off or get it over with, but you ain't admitting to guilt. Once you admit to guilt for something, or you admit to your part in the crime, you cooperated. That don't mean you snitched. You know what I mean? That ain't mean you're a rat. So it is a difference. But if you cooperate and telling on somebody, yeah, that's ratting, snitching. You no longer just cooperating, you snitching. You know what I mean? So it's a difference. You know what I mean? But that's just my take.
Okay. So let me ask you this. For a nigga like me, is there ever a time where you're knowing the time that you can serve? Do you have the idea to say, because it's a lot of pressure. I only can imagine. When you start, and from what I heard, they don't even tell you the years, they tell you the months.
Yeah.
Nigga, months, they like 82 months. Like, that's a long, hold on, carry the one, add the 4. Well, that's a dub. No, that's 30. Nah, nigga, that's 38. When you start figuring out the mathematical equation.
The thing about this though, like, you know, everybody don't come from that. So you can expect some people to be like, I'm going home. I don't know, I'm telling you. But when you portray to live this life or to be a gangster, or to be this. You gotta live by that shit. You know what I'm saying? So
Fact.
they tell you 30, and you been
Gotta
doing all
wear
that
it.
bullshit. You gotta suck it up and take your time. You gonna tell on your partner, nah, you gonna go do your thing, I'm gonna go home. But we were just riding together, doing all that bullshit together.
Now, knowing what you know about the rap game, about music as a whole, what would you say a percentage of people are actually rapping about what they actually did?
Shit, 10%.
10?
Yeah, I say 10. I'm going with the 10. I'm going 10%.
Even the toughest, them teardrops.
10%. 10%. I'm gonna go 10.
So, from your perspective, is there any chance that you could see Thug and Gunna being back to how they once were?
I think I could.
Recently or soon?
I don't know. I don't know how soon. But I think they could. Shit.
Given the optics where you know everything that we allegedly know, the person who you are today, could you forgive somebody that put you through that situation?
I could forgive you if I ain't go to jail about it. If I would have went to jail about this shit, I probably could never forgive you. But if I
Fact.
ain't go to jail, even though I, got some paperwork and shit, I probably could forgive you. We might not be as tight as we was, but I can forgive you and we're gonna be still cool. But I'm always have one eye on yeah.
Fact.
I'm gonna have one eye on yeah.
Yeah, that was dope, man. But yeah, man. Yeah, bro. Like I said, man. I don't think Gunna snitched. I just think he shouldn't have said what he said. You know what I mean? Him and Thug should work that out. He do owe him an explanation. He need to get to talking. That whole silent shit, nah, bro. You need to speak up, reach out. I don't know if he did, I don't know. But outside looking in, you need to talk about that and let them know what happened. You say you was tricked, talk about it. You know what I'm saying? The fact that you distancing yourself and not saying nothing about it make people look at you even more like, yo, you ain't even gonna explain yourself. But anyway, yeah, man, if you do your time, if you do your crime, my fault, do your time, man. Like I said, but there is a difference between cooperating and snitching. Those are two different things. You know what I'm saying? Snitching, you have to cooperate to snitch, but you also can cooperate and not switch and not snitch. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, man, you do your crime, do your time, man. That's plain and simple. Keep your mouth closed and man up. Y'all know my motto, man. It's M's forever, and I'm out.